Good afternoon or good morning, whatever the case may be. It is still morning here, and we're going to do a little bit of live. Got some changes in the garage, as you can see. Some people have been asking me, Rob, what happened to the grille on the front of the Toyota Tacoma? Well, now you can see. It is now wall art in my garage. Looks like the image might be switched a little bit the other direction. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks good to me anyway. And I did manage to get the Raptor style lights as well as the RobMotive name up there on the channel. So anyway, it is Monday. Even though I don't go to a brick and mortar anymore, I have to say Mondays still kind of suck. But anyway, got some news, a little bit of news. Jeff Fielder, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Jeff. John Caggiano? That's what I'm going with. Caggiano? Sorry, I tried. I gave it an effort. Anyway, we've got some news, a little bit of news on the Tacoma. Not that Tacoma. You can see, by the way, the electric lime beast is still here, so it hasn't gone anywhere, right? So we're still around. John says, close enough, LOL. I tried, John. What can I say? I like the wall decoration. That grill is very unique. I like the blue. It reminds me of your voodoo blue taco. That's kind of why I went with the blue as kind of an homage to the Voodoo Blue Tacoma. Plus, I had the grill on the wall, so why not make use of it? I did also use the guts of it. You can see right up there. That's what was inside of that grill. Anyway, it's just a little thing to have up there for the channel. I thought, I've got it. Bought myself a 12-volt transformer. Hopefully, you know, if you guys see it start smoking or something while I'm on here, please let me know, because, you know, I'm not an electrician. But I gave it a try. Joel Munoz. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Joe. Dave, rather. Salvador DJ. Good morning, Rob. Morning, Dave. How you doing? So anyway, we've got some Tacoma news. New Tacoma news. You know, there have been reported some issues with the new Tacoma, right? Some Tacoma problems. Of course, the driveline, everybody knows about that. The TFL guys had a problem. I think they broke a component inside the front differential, which, by the way, is designed to break. So it's not like it really failed. It stopped the whole driveline from being screwed up. However, it shouldn't happen anyway, right? I mean, that's not what's supposed to happen. By the way, if you're just getting on here, do me a favor. Don't forget, click that subscribe button. We got 46 people. Now we have 38. 8 people just said, hell with this. I'm not watching this guy. Anyway, we've got 38 people on here now. If you haven't, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button and click the thumbs up while you're at it. We only have 4 people who like this. Anyway, they had a problem. Still no resolution on that as far as I've heard lately. I imagine it's going to be either a more robust component inside that differential, or Toyota's going to say, hey, you did something wrong. It worked like it's supposed to work. Otherwise, you would have destroyed your entire driveline, right? Daryl Watts, good morning, Rob from Oklahoma. I'm the one that's got the electric lime green taco. Uh-oh, and then the comment disappeared. I gotta go down here. In Oklahoma, I'm only one of 4 in the tacos that color, of the tacos in that color that I've noticed. You have taste, great taste. What can I say? Javier Ramos. Were you getting bothered too much on the streets that you got rid of the RobMotive grill? No, nobody ever said a word to me on the streets. I think it's pretty cool, and I'll probably do something like that in the future. We'll see. John Caggiano. I tried again. Keep that 3rd gen. It's going to be even more wanted in like 5 years when everyone's looking for them again. 5 years? Oh my God, man. I don't think I've ever had a vehicle for 5 years. Javier Ramos, I read that. Walter, what are your thoughts on the Trail Hunter? I like it. I do. I like the looks of it. I like that it's going to be hybrid because I want to try that out, but we'll see if it's cost prohibitive or not. I like the color. Of course, I like the little sport bar, roll bar, whatever thing they've put on it. I think that's pretty cool. I like it. John says, worth. Gotcha. Javier says, by the way, hi all. Elazar Ponce. What's up, Rob? Elazar, how you doing? Mike Wilson. Good morning, Rob. I like the Canadian flag over your left shoulder. Oh, you talking about there? That's a clock, actually, that my wife is Canadian. She's from Winnipeg. So, hence the Canadian shout out there. Let's see. John, any updates with the recall that you know of on the third gen? No, there's no updates on the recall. I mean, they're going to send out letters. I think it's maybe the 1st of April or something like that. Everybody gets all excited. It's funny. As soon as the word breaks, people are saying, well, I haven't gotten a letter. Well, I just announced it. Like that day I'm hearing that. Well, of course you haven't gotten a letter. They said, and if you watched my video, it says in there, maybe I'm wrong on April, but I think it is. It says in there when they're going to start notifying customers. So it's not a big surprise. You haven't been notified. Now, of course, if you have the Toyota app, you can go in and look at your specific vehicle there. It'll tell you there. So, and it doesn't cost you anything to have the app. So that's one problem with the new Tacoma, is the driveline. Now, I've also heard there's a problem with the shutters. If you didn't know, Toyota is now putting little louvers or shutters in the grille. Makes it a little more difficult to put a custom grille on there, right? Because you got to deal with that. But I've heard there have been problems with those, sticking, not operating, whatever. I guess it's probably for the turbo system is my guess. They want them to open and close to regulate airflow in the engine compartment. That's my guess. I don't know. But definitely a problem, another problem with the Tacoma. Also, I have been hearing of lights popping up on the gauge cluster, particularly check engine lights. I'm not sure what that's about. Who knows? Now, the one thing I want to mention, people are jumping all over this because you know how it is. Anything happens and all of a sudden it's a major catastrophe and Toyota should just shut down, bring back the third generation, totally scrap the fourth gen, start over. It's not been that many people that I've heard of so far. Although, a caveat to that, there aren't that many new 2024 Tacomas out there, so maybe there is some validity in people panicking over what's happened so far, but, the driveline thing, I've heard of one. The louver thing in the grill, I've heard of one. And lights in the grill, I've heard of, or in the dash rather, I've heard of 2 or 3. Now, that's not very many out of the probably few thousand that Toyota has delivered so far, is my guess. Nationwide, worldwide, I suppose. So I don't know that it's ever too bad. Daryl said, or Walter rather, have you ever been to a Tacoma meet? I've not. I've meant to go a couple of times. I've been to car shows and stuff when I was in Ohio with I don't know if it was with a Tacoma though. I think it was with one of my other, I've had many different cars, but not with a Tacoma yet. I'm hoping to get out there. The problem is that every time there is one, I'm tied up or I'm not here. So sooner or later I will. Daryl, hey Rob, have you ever thought about maybe having a meet and greet with people that own the tacos and just to have a meet and greet at a bar somewhere there where you live? I don't know if the channel's big enough or if there's enough people here to do something like that. I mean, nothing would be more disheartening for me than to try to do that and one person shows up. I mean, I would appreciate that one person, don't get me wrong, but honestly, I just don't think the channel's big enough to do something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people down here in the area that at least know of the channel because I get approached in public. But I don't know, I don't know. It would be fun, don't get me wrong, but... Andy Bates, hey Rob, will dealers continue with the markups when more are on the lots, and will the 2025 models again be marked up next year? Markups, dealer adjustments, I think are here to stay. I think every year when the new models come out, particularly with the Tacoma and with Toyota, they keep the supply so low, at least at first, that there is this thought that if you want one, you have to pay this extra money. And why not? If you're running the business and you can make it, why wouldn't you make it? I mean, hell, I would. If I was running a dealership and people came in and were willing to pay me an extra $5,000 just because I wore the right clothes that day, I guess. I mean, that's business. You don't have to pay, and it's always negotiable. You know, don't think that because they've put that little sticker on there that says dealer adjustment, $5,000, that you are committed and have to pay that. You don't have to pay it. I mean, you can walk, and there's a lot of dealers around, you know. Dealerships want your business too, right? Yeah, they'd like to make that extra $5,000 or $2,000 or whatever it is, but they also want to sell a vehicle. There's other money in it for them, right? So, but to answer your question, no, I don't think the 2024s will continue to have a market adjustment once there are more of them on the lots, or any on the lots, because, you know, supply demand, right? Once there's a big supply of them, dealerships are not going to be able to demand that, or ask for, better words, that dealer markup. So no, it'll go away. It'll go away as soon as there's more of them on the lots, once the big rush of the Toyota fanatics that are willing to pay that actually get the truck. But no, I do not believe it's going to continue. I got to grab my my drink here. I'm parched. It's what happens when you talk nonstop, right? You start to get a little bit thirsty. By the way, there is the truck. For the conspiracy theorists out there, I even get them on my channel, right? Oh, he's already bought the truck. He just hasn't shown it yet. This is a live video, and that is my Tacoma. So obviously it's still here. Nothing like the green nectar, right? You got to have a little bit of the green nectar. So no, I do believe the dealership markups and whatnot are going to go away, but they will be prevalent going forward. Let's see. Christian Marquez, that's what I'm going for. Apologize to anybody if I get your name wrong. I'm giving it a shot. Plenty of success stories on the new gen so far. My TRD off-road premium should be here this week. Awesome. And that's something I wanted to talk about, hence the name of the video, or the live stream rather. We'll get to that in just a minute. By the way, how long have you been waiting for that Tacoma to show up, man? Andy Bates, and keep up the good work. Andy, thank you. Donays, what's your opinion about Tacoma versus Nissan for prices, what they offer? Thanks. I'm not an expert on the Frontier, so I haven't driven a new one. I used to own one, but that was years ago. So I can't really speak to that. I mean, my philosophy on buying a truck is buy what you like. I mean, it's your money, right? My own personal belief, the Tacoma's a better truck. The Tacoma looks better. The Tacoma is better when it comes to long-term quality and reliability. And yeah, I say that even though there are the haters out there of the four-cylinder turbos, but I still believe that the Tacoma is the best mid-size truck on the market, including the Frontier. So, and the Frontier, by the way, you know, I see them online here and there, and I see them in public. They're not a horrible looking truck by any means, but they're starting to look dated to me. They look old. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me or what, but I think they are in need of some kind of a refresh themselves. So, Walter says, greet. Yep, I understood. John says, are you going to sell any of your third gen mods online? Yeah, I will. Anything that I can't reuse, or I don't want to reuse, I will sell, although it will only be, unless it's something really small, like say a TRD oil cap, it will be only local pickup, because I'm not willing to ship. You get into shipping and you open yourself up to all kinds of problems. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm not a parts supplier, so, but yes, to answer your question, it'll be like Facebook Marketplace or something. Let's see, Walter, I love your headlights. I wanted to put them on my Taco, but they are like $600 each. Yeah, they're not cheap. All headlights are not cheap. They are nice. I mean, I like them. I think they look pretty good. You guys can see, this might be a better shot. There you go. Of course, they were the new, redesigned, I guess, whenever Toyota did that. They are LEDs. They do have the sequential flashers and all that stuff. You know, I'm impressed so far. My grill that I just wired literally before I came on this live stream is not smoking yet. So I'm glad. I'm glad it's still working. Let's see. Daryl, hey Rob, once you're done with the live cast, you please put the website for the grill that you got on your taco, please. I'm thinking about buying one myself. Just search RobMotive Grill and you'll find a video of the install and all that. And in that, don't do it now, wait till the live stream is over. And you'll see everything you want to see about it, including where it came from. By the way, a little tip for anybody out there, you know, I often forget that a lot of people aren't living life on social media like I am. If you want to find something I've done on YouTube, just search RobMotive on YouTube, maybe even Google, but on YouTube, and then whatever it is you're looking for, like RobMotive Grill, RobMotive Tires, RobMotive whatever. And it will take you to probably a number of videos that I've done on stuff like that. So just so you know. By the way, we've got 96 people on here now. Don't forget, click that subscribe button while you're here. It helps me out, shows me a little bit of love, gives me the motivation to get on here and keep going. I would appreciate it. Don't forget, a thumbs up is always nice too, by the way. Tommy Tunes, what about F-150? I've had 1, 2, 3, I don't know, F-150s. Every one of them had an issue. What about the F-150? Christian, it's been delayed for weeks. Finally, the quality control phase in the distribution center in Phoenix, or finally at the distribution center in Phoenix, even that is taking longer than expected, LOL. Yeah, I don't know what the quality problem was. Those holds can be anything from floor mats that are missing that they're waiting on. I learned that with the Prius, to something more major. So who knows what that's about. Ang! Tundra guy! What's up, buddy? Ang says, what's up, Rob? Just doing my thing, buddy. How you doing? Now, the title of the live stream, of course, is 2024 Tacomas Are Coming. Because I have been getting numerous reports from you folks out there that Toyota Tacomas 2024s are either on lots or are showing up at the dealer lots. And that is freaking awesome. Again, I don't know if there was a hold. The rumor was there was a hold. I don't know if there was or not, but the Toyota Tacomas are now showing up on the lots. And that is awesome. I've been keeping my eye on a couple, 2 or 3 here. They still say in the build phase or in transit, and one is actually past due now, with no updates on the dealer websites. By the way, I found it interesting. Let's see. John, I don't know exactly what you mean by your comment, so I'm going to remove it. And actually, I guess you're very persistent. I think I'm just going to put you in timeout for a while because I don't know what you're saying. We're not into that kind of stuff here. So you can stop. I don't know. The guy's probably 10 years old. Who knows? Anyway, they are rolling. They're showing up on the lots. It is freaking awesome, at least for some people. And I think what they're probably doing are sending them to a bigger market area because I'm not seeing tons and tons of them here. We shall see. Again, I've got my eye on about 3 different Tacomas sports. I did decide, by the way, that I want the Tacoma TRD Sport. I want the hood scoop. I always miss not getting the hood scoop. And of course, what I've got right now beside me here, this is the TRD Off-Road. A lot of people always ask me, what year is my TRD Pro? Well, it's not a TRD Pro. Obviously, because the lime green color is the reason. Because they put the TRD Pro out in the lime green color. I think last year, or year before, maybe year before, And so everybody thinks it's a Pro. It's not. It's a TRD off-road. There are things missing from it you may have noticed. I know a lot of people have commented, oh, he's getting ready to sell. He's taking stuff off. Well, I am getting ready to do something. Whether I sell it or whether I start over with the mods and stuff on it, I'm not quite sure yet. I might go ahead and do that. I don't know. So nothing is set in stone. And if you watch my channel, you know vehicles come and go pretty quickly. And sometimes it's just like that. I don't even know myself sometimes. I mean, when I went and picked up this truck, the gorgeous electric lime green, I wasn't necessarily planning on getting a Tacoma, but it was there. I loved the truck, and I had to buy it. So let's see. Brian49 says, thanks for all the great videos, Rob. Truly appreciate it. Thank you, Brian, and thanks for watching. The SWFC boy. The SWFC boy. Hello. How you doing? Carlos Pacheco. I'm from New York location. Awesome. You're a long drive away from me. By the way, where is everybody from? We've got 112 bodies on here. And once again, don't forget, click that subscribe button while you're here. Give me a thumbs up. Helps out the channel, and I would appreciate it. Let's see. Motive. What color are you looking at? 4 colors for me that I would take. Solar Octane, red, because I don't remember the full name of it, blue Crush, and Underground, that gray color. In that order. That's the order I want or I like. So number 1 for me is Solar Octane. Number 2 would be red. Number 3 would be blue Crush. And then that Underground kind of pastelish gray, I guess, or whatever you call it, you know. Let's see. Wood Duck. Hey, Rob. Hey, Duck. How you doing? Walter. Tacos look even sexier with the hood scoop. I agree. Even though it's non-functional, everybody hates it. Oh, it doesn't work. It's not functional. I still like it. Ethan, please oil up and shake it. Ethan, I think you are mistaken. You are on the wrong channel. Plenty of channels out there to do what you're looking for, but this is not one of them. Sorry, bud, but I am flattered. Let's see, Monterey Living, Brownsville. Hey, neighbor, how you doing? Ang is from Virginia, IA. That's Virginia. Gorilla 645, Memphis, Tennessee. Joel Munoz, San Antonio, Texas. Another neighbor. Baseball Geek is from West Virginia. Walter, Houston, Texas. We currently have the rodeo going on right now. Do you go to the rodeo? I've never been to a rodeo. I don't know why. Been to horse shows and stuff like that. Fairgrounds with livestock, but I've never been to a rodeo. Must be a big thing up there, I imagine. Wood Duck is from Tennessee. Also known as Tennessee, you know, to those that don't speak like I do, I guess. Let's see. Mike Wilson is from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Sunny and about 38 degrees. Oh my God, it's sunny and about 82 degrees here. I think it's supposed to be maybe 90 today and definitely 90 tomorrow here in deep South Texas, man. David Cox. Hello, Rob. David, 2960 from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Another Tennessee. Do you know Wood Duck? Probably not. I know Tennessee's a big, long state, right? Javier Ramos is from Florida. What's the temperature? What's the weather in Florida right now? I'm curious as to how it's compared to where I'm at. Baseball Geek. Rob, are you getting 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive? We have a bet. My preference this time around is 2-wheel drive. Doesn't mean I won't take 4-wheel drive. If the deal is right and the right truck comes in, I might be willing to take a 4-wheel drive. I don't want a 4-wheel drive. I don't need a 4-wheel drive. I mean, look outside. What do you see out there? You see that out there? Huh? Those are palm trees. I live in deep South Texas. We don't need 4-wheel drive, really, unless you happen to be lucky and live in an area where you can go off-roading. You know, here, there's nowhere to go. I mean, unless I take a chance and drive across a farmer's field or something. Otherwise, we don't get snow and ice and all that. So for me, it's a waste of money. So that's my plan. Although, don't give up on your bet yet because I haven't bought one yet. You never know. Walter, yeah, it's huge. I go for the brisket and barbecue. Oh my God, I'm starving. It's like lunchtime here. Let's see. Also for the concerts, it's really cool. I bet it's a good party, man. Alexander Estilior. Portland, Oregon, cloudy and 45. Nasty weather, especially if it starts drizzling. It feels a lot colder than 45 when it's like that. Walter, also the fried cheesecake and Oreos. I'm not into all that fried stuff, you know, fried Hostess cupcakes and Twinkies, and not my thing. I'm a really picky eater anyway, but I can imagine there's a lot of that kind of stuff there, man. Jeff Fielder is from San Diego. Paradise. You know, if there was one place I could live on the planet, I guess, if I had my choice of anywhere, it would probably be San Diego. Perfect weather, sunny conditions, expensive as hell. I mean, but otherwise, I would probably live in San Diego, man. John Wisdom says, will you remove the air dam on the front end? So ugly. Do TRD off-roads have them? Yes, I would remove it. It is ugly. I don't like it. It makes the front end of the new Tacoma look chunky. It's gotta go. I do not believe I think the TRD off-road has some sort of an air dam, but it's not that big chunky thing that the Sport has. So yeah, it's gotta go, man. Let's see. Steez says, give me a small loan of $1 million. Why would I do that? This isn't the banking channel. You're in the wrong channel. That's your problem. You need to go to the handout channel. This is not it. Or become a politician. I don't know. Carlos Strine. Got a 2013 TRD Sport. Got the hood scoop. Liked the hood scoop. Next time I would go limited no scoop. You liked it. So you did like it. So why would you go no scoop next time if you liked it? I'm just curious. Tom Chase Pest for you. See, I remember some things. Tim, rather. Good morning, Rob, listening in. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, buddy. Tim has been out cruising around in 2024 Tacomas himself, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, he drove a long bed the other day. Seemed a little bit less powered. Could be. It's hauling around that extra long bed weight, I suppose. Vista Boy, 760. Yo, man, I just saw your channel and I just bought my first truck. It's a 2020, at 26. It's a TRD Sport 23 Tacoma SD. SD, standard drive, is that what you mean? Manual transmission? I'm not sure, but congratulations, you made an awesome choice. Let's see, Vista Boy, bunch of praying hands, loves the channel, I appreciate that. John Wisdom, also PDX. Jeff Fielder, too costly, bad gov. Alexander Estilior, the West Coast, also known as the Left Coast, if you're into that vibe. I'm not. Not a political channel. Don't discuss politics here because what's the point? You know, you believe what you believe and I believe what I believe, and there ain't neither one of us going to convince either one of us to go the other way. You know what I'm saying? It's just a reason to bitch and complain, and that's not what I'm here for, man. Steez, he's laughing like a madman. He didn't even know what's going on. Anyway, so for me, it's going to be the TRD Sport. Orange, red, blue, underground. Can't wait for it to come in, or be available, I should say. I do not have a deposit down on one anywhere. Honestly, I'm not going crazy to get the 2024. If I was, I would have driven to Dallas or San Antonio or Houston or somewhere where I'm sure they probably have some in stock. I'm not willing to do that. However, if there's a dealership out there watching this and you want to make me a deal and bring me a Tacoma, I don't know. You never say never, right? I mean, I don't know. Tim says, actually, 2024 TRD Off-Road Premium feels as it will run circles around my 2020 Limited. Yeah, that's the one thing, man. The new Tacoma feels like it's got plenty of oomph. It's the turbocharger, right? I mean, even though it's a 4-cylinder, unless you've got the pedal commander. This isn't going to be a pedal commander commercial, but man, if you've got a 3rd-gen Tacoma and you're not running the pedal commander, you are missing out on what your Toyota Tacoma can be. And I even have a discount code for it. It's RobMotive 1. It'll get you $30 off. It's the #1 mod that you can do. But the 2024, it's going to be interesting because I'm going to put one on the 24 when they're available. I'm not sure if Pedal Commander has them yet or not, but they will. So I'm going to put one on the truck. I want to see what difference it makes on a 4-cylinder turbo. The thing's quick already. I mean, it might become a 0 to 60 in, I don't know, 6 seconds. Wouldn't that be awesome in a Tacoma, right? You just hit the gas and it's just pour some bleach on there, smoke coming out the back. Got a picture? Wouldn't that be cool, man? Let's see here. Baseball Geek says, give me some 2025 4Runner news or predictions. I'm not a 4Runner guy. I don't follow the 4Runner, and I don't know anything. And I mean it. I don't know anything about them, so I can't give you anything. Das 0711, I'm late, but here I'll have to rewatch it. Did I miss much? Oh yeah, you got to rewatch it at least 5 or 6 times. I mean, when I do these live streams, they are important. That's why, if you haven't yet, you got to click that subscribe button. And don't forget to smash the notification bell while you're in here. And give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Show me some love, man. I mean, come on. Let's see. Carlos Strine. Good point. Tim. Actually, 2024. I read that already. Sorry. Alexander. Good man. Love the channel. Alexander, I appreciate that. Thank you. John Wisdom. He can't even say anything. He's just laughing out loud, baby. Joe Buddy. Booty? Booty. I like booty. I'm going with booty. I don't know if it's right. And don't take that the wrong way. Come on. Let's see. Joe says, I have a 1978, Toyota Mini Mirage with a 20R engine. 1978? I'd say that was before I was even born, but I'd be lying. So, but that's an aged vehicle right there. How many miles do you have on that thing? Joe Petronglo drove a 2024 off-road last Saturday. Really liked it, but I don't want to part with my 23. It's messing with me. It'll do that. That's why it's always bad to go to dealerships because, you know, the latest and greatest thing always looks good, smells good. It's got the latest tech in it. They've got them all shined up. I mean, you know, it's always bad to go look. Believe me, I know. Egg, do you have an RPG? Really pretty girl? I would say so. Carlos, let's see. Oh, and we've got another one. You know, if you're on long enough, you start getting garbage stuff. I don't know why. Let's take care of that person, whoever they are. Carlos Strine. Where'd you go, Carlos? I missed you. Subscribe done. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. See, it's that easy. Carlos did it, and he survived, and it didn't cost him a dime. Just click that subscribe button real quick. You and I will be like this. Trust me. Paul Bennett. Hello from sunny Ohio. Loving my 2021 SR5 4x4 double cab V6. Paul, how you doing? What part of Ohio are you in? A little bit of history I'll give you on me. I am from Ohio. I came here about 5.5 years ago, something like that, to deep South Texas. So I'm very familiar with Ohio. Go Bucks. Walter, just curious, do they try to buy your truck when you take your taco in for maintenance service? My truck is not quite a year old yet. I don't think. It's close. Only has 2,200, 300 miles on, so I haven't taken it in for service. However, when I went in to look at the 2024 recently, yeah, I was approached, of course, by the used car guys asking me if I was, you know, selling my Tacoma. because they're hot. I mean, especially when you've got one in this color. You know, look at that. Look at that color. I mean, if that's not sexy, I don't know what is. But I have been approached, but not for service, because I haven't had to go in for service, so, you know. Paul Bennett says, London. London? I was from Columbus, or lived in Columbus. London, awesome. I know of London, Ohio. Walter says, they always take pictures of mine when I'm there and call me every month. Hey, you can't fault them. I mean, they can't get any new Tacomas, so they hope that you'll sell yours. But the problem is, if you do that, then you can't get a new Tacoma unless you go to something else. But honestly, the dealerships are just barren. You know, I was at the dealership again a couple of days ago to pick up my license plates for the RAV4, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I now have a RAV4, something that I've wanted for quite a while. Finally pulled the trigger, got one. It's on another one of my channels. I should mention, by the way, a little cross marketing. I have two other channels, RobMotive 2, that's T-O-O, like RobMotive also. That's about right now the RAV4. I also have RobMotive JL, that's about the Jeep Wrangler, which, by the way, I should show you guys this. Why don't I ever do this? It's YouTube 101. Right there is the Jeep Wrangler. It's in the lovely anvil color, or anvil. Depends on where you're from, I guess. You know, it's like Louisville. Where are you from? Louisville. Louisville? What's Louisville? You know, Louisville, that's how I would say it. Louisville, like Kentucky. Anyway, I do have those two other channels, RobMotive 2, that's T-0-O-O, T-O-O, and RobMotive JL. I'd appreciate you subscribing there as well. Check them out if you're into anything else. Brand 700 says, all right, Rob, now for a real question, Ohio State or Michigan? I was born in Ohio. I came here from Ohio. Michigan? Michigan should be annexed into Canada. I mean, really, they're close enough. Are they even really part of the U.S.? Michigan? Ugh, no. Yeah, and I know what you're going to say. Yeah, we always win football games. We beat you guys. They cheat up there. You heard about the big cheating thing, right? Where Harbaugh, who left, by the way, but he got a slap on the wrist while he's cheating, putting his scouts or whatever behind the OSU bench so he can, and not just OSU, get all the plays and everything so they know what, I mean, come on, man. Anyway, don't get me started on that. Oh, Buckeyes, of course. Blank Space says, do you like Lana Del Rey music? I'm a big fan. I'm neither here nor there. I couldn't tell you a Lana Del Rey song off the top of my head. Can't say I don't like the music. I don't really know. Can't think of one piece right now. So I am a metalhead. You know, I like Metallica, AC/DC. I was a big Kiss fan when I was a wee little tot. Disturbed. That kind of stuff is what I like. And then 80s music. I also, on the flip side, like some rap stuff and 80s music as well. So kind of a broad range for me. I'm not just one genre or type, if you will. Let's see. Blank Space says, is Michigan proud of playing Lana Del Rey music? I couldn't tell you. Walter, Michigan reminds me of Ford. Walter and Scotty. Greg McMillan, will you trade your, what? Will you trade Michigan for Justin Bieber? Sounds like we got another one on here. They're coming out of the woodwork today. We'll see if it continues. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Daryl Watts says, my wife got a RAV4 and absolutely loves it. I love driving it when I can, which is very rare. They're fun to drive, man. They're peppy. They're only, what, a 2 liter or 2 point whatever liter, I think. Engine, 4-cylinder. Mine is non-turbo. It is non-hybrid either, by the way. But yeah, I think they're fun to drive. I really like mine. Like I say, I've wanted one for a while. I just like them. I don't know why. Christopher says, morning, Rob. Love all your channels. Christopher, good morning, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. Carlos, Metallica Black Album was the best. It was their best. Although I like a lot of their other stuff. But honestly, I don't like the early stuff, the head slamming, thrashing. I don't like that. When they sold out, according to their fanatical fans, and went more mainstream, that's when I took note of them, and that's what I like. The screaming, yelling, 90 mile an hour, it's not my thing. It's just not. But to some extent. I mean, it's not like they play slow anyway, right? Carlos, I read that. Brian says, awesome music choices. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. By the way, we have 73 breathing bodies. I assume they're not AI on here right now. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't before. I really would appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up. You know, I've 20 people like this. I don't understand it. It must be some sort of torture. You know, maybe penance for being a bad Tacoma owner. So go watch 41 minutes of RobMotive live stream. It's like a Hail Mary, right? I hope not. Walter says, I like the outfield. The outfield. Brian says, Metallica sounds good in my third gen. Oh yeah, there's nothing like cranking up something like that and cruising around. I mean, I do it all the time. And then of course, when I restart the truck after I've had it parked for a while, I get blasted with all this sound, right? I don't know, it's just nuts. So anyway, that is the latest info that I have on the Tacoma. It seems that they're being released. They're going to start showing up maybe in numbers at the dealerships finally, although I do look for a lot of them to be sold. Joel says, great taste in music. I lived through the 80s music scene. Yeah, me too. The 80s was my thing. That was my generation as far as music goes, I think. Brian says, I'm a subscriber from way back. I know. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Greg, there's a long-standing joke that we Canadians will trade Justin Bieber for just about anything. Just throwing a joke out there. Sorry if it sounded a little off. Yeah, I'm not a Justin Bieber fan, so I couldn't really tell you anything about him. I didn't know where he's from. Well, I did know he was from Canada now that you brought that up. But I do not follow Justin Bieber and is not on the top of my mind. So that joke kind of landed a little flat with me, I guess. And my wife isn't either. You know, she is Canadian. But she's not a big Justin Bieber fan either, so. Just not for me. Nothing like a little green nectar, you know. Anyway, that is going to bring this to an end. You think we'll see MSRP TRD Pros? No, I don't. I don't think you will. I think that Toyota limiting the supply of them is probably going to keep market adjustments on them for quite a while. I don't think that it's going to go away anytime soon, and it may not even go away through the whole model year that they're actually out. I mean, they're not coming out until, what, spring or fall of this year? I don't even know if they'll come out as 2024s. For all I know, they'll come out as 2025s. I mean, why wouldn't they? God, the year's more than half over and they're going to put out a 2024? They probably will, but I don't think so. Not for a while. Javier says, 82 is the high today. Awesome. Tim says, enjoy your day, Rob. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you being on here. Appreciate everybody being on here. And I want to leave you with one thing. One thing. I'm going to give you a task. We'll call it homework. Walter says, take care. When you click off or when I shut off, make sure you click that subscribe button. Again, it just helps out the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Shows me a little bit of love, you know. Archie says, have a nice day. Dosso711 says, have a good one. That's it. We're caught up. Thanks for checking us out. I'll be back on again. Who knows when? Could be tomorrow, the next day. Definitely Sunday, but probably before. Doss, already subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Stay safe out there. Bye.